In the vast stretches of the galaxy there were whispers. Rumors passed from one civilization to another, carried by diplomats, traders, and wandering scholars. Humans aren't real, they said. They are just a story older species tell to frighten the young. No one had ever seen a human ship. No one had ever met a human soldier. Humanity was considered a legend, a fable of a species so clever and dangerous that only imagination could hold them. Many laughed at the idea. Some shook their heads in disbelief. And yet, faint traces of data logs, long forgotten and dusty, hinted that perhaps humans had existed once. Somewhere, somehow, in the Galactic Council, alien delegates from hundreds of star systems argued heatedly about the subject. A scholar from the Vryn sector waved her long, thin arms in frustration. "We have no proof," she said. "No signal, no artifacts, no records. Humans are fiction." A commander from the Kralak system, his metallic skin glinting under the council lights, snorted. Fiction, perhaps. But what if it is true? Imagine a species capable of surviving anything, of growing stronger while we struggle. Would we even survive in their presence? No one could answer. And that was exactly the point. Far from the eyes of the galaxy, in a quiet, unremarkable star system called Sol, humanity thrived. Earth spun peacefully around its yellow star, and its people had long moved beyond mere survival. Humans built massive cities, developed technology that bent the limits of physics and explored worlds no other species dared to approach. Their warships were massive, silent, and invisible to alien sensors. Their engineers and scientists worked in secret, creating machines that could travel the stars, tame storms, and even move planets if necessary. Captain Lyra Devan of the Galactic Council had never seen humans herself, but she had read stories of them in old scrolls and forgotten archives. She had never believed them, until now. A small scout ship drifted in the void near the edge of human-controlled space. Inside, a human pilot named Marcus Velen watched a council meeting through holographic projections. He tapped his fingers on the console, a faint smile on his face. Humans had been watching the galaxy for centuries. They had learned patience, and now the time to reveal themselves just a little had come. "Prepare the observation drones," Marcus said. "Let's see how they react to a little surprise." Outside, in the darkness of space, tiny human drones slipped silently toward the nearest alien freighter. The freighter was massive, a dull gray against the black void, and it carried valuable cargo through an unpatrolled stretch of space. Without warning, a magnetic pulse hit the engines. The ship shuddered and drifted helplessly, its crew scrambling in confusion. From inside the human scout ship, Marcus watched. "No harm," he murmured. "Just a little warning." On the freighter, alarms blared. Alien crew members cursed and struggled to regain control. For the first time, they noticed the faint shimmer of a cloaked presence nearby. They had no idea what it was. The freighter's sensors picked up nothing solid, nothing real. And yet the pulse had disabled their engines. Something or someone was watching. The aliens scrambled to call for help. The message echoed across several nearby systems, reaching the ears of those who had long dismissed humans as myth. "Did you hear that?" one young alien officer asked, his voice trembling. "The freighter, it just shut down." "Impossible," replied his superior, an older alien with scales of green and gold. "There are no humans. There is nothing there. This must be a technical error." But errors don't disable hyperdrives completely, leaving ships drifting in dangerous starfields. Something real had occurred. Meanwhile, Marcus guided the human drones closer, careful to remain unseen. He watched as they repaired the freighter's engines with precision, a small act that would save lives but also send a message. Humans were not violent by nature. They were precise, controlled, and in a way merciful. The freighter suddenly hummed back to life, its engines stabilizing. The crew looked around, confused and frightened. They had no idea who had helped them or why. Back on the scout ship, Marcus relaxed. "They'll talk now," he said softly. "The galaxy will start to wonder." On the Galactic Council, the rumors about humans began to spread faster than wildfire. Delegates whispered in corridors. Traders discussed the strange events over comms. Scientists debated endlessly. "If humans exist," they said, "why have they never contacted anyone before?" The answer was simple. Humans had been preparing. The galaxy was dangerous, full of threats no other species could endure. Humans had survived quietly until the moment was right, and now, The moment was coming. In the darkness near the Sol system, human engineers monitored distant alien systems, studying their fleets, their politics, and their weaknesses. Humanity had no desire for unnecessary war, but they knew one thing better than any alien species. The universe respected strength, and humans had plenty of it. Captain Lyra Devan, unaware of the unfolding human operation, continued to preside over the council. She reviewed reports of freighters mysteriously disabled, of sudden rescues by unknown forces, of small cloaked ships that could appear and vanish without a trace. Scholars argued endlessly. It must be a new species, one said. Perhaps a rogue AI experiment. Others shook their heads. No, too precise, too human. Even as they argued, the humans watched. They had observed alien hubris for decades, learning how to manipulate expectations. And now, with a few careful moves, they would begin to reveal themselves. Not as myths, not as shadows, but as a force the galaxy could no longer ignore. Back on Earth, Marcus looked out at the stars from the human scout ship. "We've waited long enough," he said. "Let's make them see us. Just a little. Let them wonder if the stories were true." And in the distant reaches of space, alien fleets continued to move, unaware that the galaxy's biggest secret, the one they had laughed at for centuries, was no longer hidden. Humanity was real, stronger than anyone imagined, and the moment of revelation had just begun. The first ripple had started, a freighter saved, a fleet puzzled, and rumors spreading faster than light. Somewhere in the galaxy, a young alien pilot whispered to her friend, trembling with excitement and fear, "Do you think... could humans really exist?" Her friend shook his head. "Impossible," he said. "Humans are just a story, a myth. But myths have a way of becoming real, and for the first time in centuries, the galaxy would learn that the humans they thought were legends were not only real, but ready to step into the stars. And that was only the beginning." The galaxy was buzzing with questions. Every sector had heard whispers of strange events, freighters mysteriously disabled, crews rescued by invisible hands, and ships that appeared out of nowhere only to vanish again. Rumors spread faster than even the fastest communications arrays could track. In the Krelax system, a massive alien research station monitored these strange occurrences. Commander Thalric, a veteran of 100 skirmishes, studied the data carefully. He frowned at the readings. "These are not accidents," he said, voice low but firm. "Someone or something is out there, and it is not in our records." Across the galaxy, young officers whispered in disbelief. "Could it be humans?" one dared to ask. The older officers laughed, shaking their heads. "Humans are a myth. There is no human fleet, no human soldier. Only fools believe in such tales." But Commander Thalric did not laugh. His instincts, honed over decades, told him otherwise. Something had power, something had intelligence, and it had moved freely through space without detection. Meanwhile, near the edge of human-controlled space, Marcus Velen guided his scout ship carefully. The cloaked human fleet remained hidden, but he wanted the aliens to see just enough to spark curiosity, enough to shatter the illusion of myth. "Prepare the display," he said quietly. "Let them get their first real glimpse." Small drones unfolded from the human scout ship and spread out in a precise formation. Each drone projected faint, controlled energy signals, enough to create the illusion of massive shapes emerging from the void. Alien sensors picked them up immediately. "Commander," an alien officer shouted on a nearby freighter, "we are detecting large ships, unknown class. Approaching fast!" Thalric's eyes widened. "Impossible," he whispered. "That reading, it cannot be. There are no ships of this size near our sector." But the readings were real. The shapes grew larger on the sensors. The alien crews could make out details, angular hulls, sleek designs, weapon arrays unlike anything in the known galaxy. The humans remained completely calm. They did not attack. They simply appeared, demonstrating their presence without aggression. From the human scout ship, Marcus watched the alien reaction with quiet amusement. "They'll need time to adjust," he said. "They've never seen anything like this before, and they won't believe it's real until they get closer." The alien freighter turned in panic, sending messages to the council. "Unknown fleet in the sector," it blared. "This cannot be a drill. Requesting immediate backup." Backup arrived, several small ships from neighboring systems. They approached cautiously, weapons raised, scanning the void for threats. Yet no weapon could detect the humans. No sensor could penetrate the human stealth, and yet the humans could see everything. "Report," an alien commander demanded. "What are we facing?" A young officer stared at the screen in disbelief. I do not know. The readings are too precise, too advanced. They are real ships. But they are unlike any design we have cataloged. They are humans. Impossible, the commander shouted. Humans are a myth. They do not exist! Yet the evidence was undeniable. The shapes moved with coordinated precision, avoiding obstacles, navigating asteroid fields, and scanning the alien vessels without aggression. In the distance, Marcus decided it was time for the humans to make a small act of intervention. One of the alien ships was caught in the gravity of a nearby asteroid. It spun helplessly, its engines damaged, its crew panicked. "Send the rescue team," Marcus ordered. "But make it clear, we are helping, not threatening." Human drones darted through space like streaks of silver light. They stabilized the alien ship, repairing its engines almost instantly with advanced nanotechnology. The freighter spun slowly back into control, free from danger. The alien crew stared in shock. What is this?" one whispered. "Who are they?" Marcus's voice came through the comms, calm and controlled. "We are humans. We exist. You are not in danger. We only act to observe and assist." The words sent a ripple through the nearby fleet. Every officer froze, unsure whether this was a trick, a simulation, or a real encounter. Commander Thalric clenched his fists. "Humans, they're real, and stronger than anything we imagined." Despite the initial fear, no human ship attacked. No weapon fired. The humans were not aggressive, they were confident, skilled, and precise. The galaxy had imagined humans as terrifying, violent beings. The reality was different. Humans were powerful, but they valued life, observation, and understanding. Thalric, who had faced countless battles, felt a mix of awe and fear. "We have underestimated them," he muttered. "Completely underestimated them." The aliens' discussions continued in tense whispers. "They helped the freighter. And yet they could destroy us all," a young officer said. "They are not just strong," another replied. "They are disciplined, controlled, strategic." Marcus watched all of this quietly. For centuries, humans had hidden their true strength. They had survived, built advanced technology, and mastered space. And now, with a few precise actions, the galaxy's belief in human myth was crumbling. Elsewhere, another alien council received the news. Delegates debated furiously. "We dismissed them as legend," one said. "We even laughed at the idea of humans. And yet they exist. They are everything we feared they might be." Meanwhile, the young alien commander who had been sent to investigate alone was traveling closer to Earth. He had heard rumors of human strength but dismissed them as exaggeration. Now, seeing the scout ships and rescue operations firsthand, he felt a mix of disbelief and admiration. The human scout ship remained cloaked, following the alien investigator from a safe distance. Marcus wanted the alien to see humans not as a threat but as beings who could command respect. "Let them learn what humans are," Marcus said softly, "but let them wonder about our full strength." The alien investigator landed on a remote human outpost, far from the bustling cities of Earth. He expected hostility, a show of force, anything but what he found. Humans greeted him calmly. Scientists, engineers, and explorers all worked in harmony, building machines, repairing ships, and studying planets. "Welcome," said one human, smiling. "We have been expecting you." The alien looked around, astonished. I thought humans were a myth," he whispered. "I thought you did not exist." Marcus stepped forward. "We exist," he said simply. "We have always existed. You just never saw us before, and now you are seeing what humans are capable of." The alien's mind raced. Everything he had learned, everything he had believed, was suddenly overturned. Humans were not only real, they were exceptional. Their technology, their strategy, their courage, even their morality was beyond what any species in the galaxy had imagined. He looked around the human base, seeing structures that defied known physics, ships capable of moving faster than light without detection, and people who had survived worlds most species could not survive. I must report this," he stammered. "The galaxy? They must know." Marcus nodded. "Tell them what you saw," he said. "But know this, Humans are not a threat unless we are forced to be. We are observers first, protectors second. The galaxy will learn our strength, but it must understand who we are. The alien bowed his head. I understand. Humanity is unlike anything we imagined. As he left the human outpost, traveling back to his fleet, Marcus watched silently. The ripple of humanity's existence had begun. One alien at a time, the galaxy would realize that humans were not myths. Humans were real, powerful, and ready to step into the wider universe. And with the first glimpse, the galaxy changed forever. No fleet, no council, no scholar could ignore the truth.
Humanity was no longer a story.
Humanity was a presence, and the universe would never forget it. The galaxy was changing. Every corner of it buzzed with the news that humans were real. Alien species that had once dismissed humanity as a myth now whispered in fear and admiration. Fleet commanders, scientists, and traders alike debated endlessly. What were humans capable of? How could a species that had supposedly never existed suddenly show such power? Yet the humans themselves did not boast. They watched, observed, and waited. The galaxy had underestimated them for centuries, and humans knew that power alone was not enough. Strategy, patience, and precision were far more important than brute force. In the Krelak system, Commander Thalric's fleet had barely recovered from their first encounter. He gathered his officers aboard the flagship, tension heavy in the air. We cannot ignore them, he said. The humans are real. They are intelligent, powerful, and strategic. We must understand them before we act. An officer with deep blue skin spoke up, voice shaking. Sir, we could send a fleet to confront them. Test their strength. Show them we are not afraid. Thalric shook his head. No, that would be foolish. We have no idea what they can do. If they wished, they could destroy this system in hours. We need observation first. And caution. Meanwhile, in human-controlled space, Marcus Velen received reports of a coalition of alien warlords planning a fleet. They intended to confront humanity directly, to test whether humans were truly real or merely a trick of censors and rumors. Marcus frowned. They are impatient, he said. They do not understand that humans do not act without purpose. Prepare the response teams. But remember, no unnecessary aggression. We will show strength, not recklessness. The alien coalition assembled quickly. Hundreds of warships from multiple systems converged, weapons ready, engines humming with energy. They believed their numbers would intimidate any unknown force. They had never encountered humans, so they assumed humans must be fragile, untested, or imaginary. As the coalition fleet entered the system, human scouts observed every move. Using stealth technology, the humans remained invisible, studying formations, analyzing fleet strength, and calculating every possible outcome. Every ship, every weapon, every maneuver was carefully recorded. Marcus smiled. Let them approach. Let them think they hold the advantage. The lesson must be precise and unforgettable. The alien fleet did not notice the human ships hiding in the asteroid belt, cloaked and silent. The humans had positioned themselves perfectly, using terrain and stealth to their advantage. They would not strike first, but they would be ready to respond with flawless strategy. Suddenly, the lead alien flagship slowed. Its commander, arrogant and confident, attempted to send a communication to Earth. Reveal yourself, unknown fleet, he demanded. Prove that you exist or admit you are a myth. The humans responded, but not with weapons. A single human drone emerged from the asteroid field. It projected a holographic message visible across the fleet. The message showed a human pilot standing aboard a massive ship, calm and composed. I am Marcus Velen, the hologram said. Humans are real. We do not seek unnecessary war, but we are not weak. If you continue aggression, you will learn why myths should never be dismissed. The alien commanders stared, mouths open, unable to believe what they were seeing. Impossible, one whispered. Humans. They exist. Yet the humans had no interest in destruction. They simply demonstrated presence. The fleet remained hidden, silent, yet ready. The aliens could sense it. A tension in the void that no sensor could measure. Humans were observing, calculating, and waiting for a single mistake. Then the challenge began. One of the alien warships miscalculated a maneuver and drifted dangerously close to a massive asteroid. It could collide at any moment, which would destroy the ship and trigger a chain reaction across the fleet. Before the alien crew could react, human drones moved in. With perfect precision, they stabilized the ship, repaired critical systems, and returned it to safety. No weapons fired. No alarms sounded. Only an unmistakable display of skill and control. The alien crews were stunned. They had expected attack, destruction, or at least some form of intimidation. Instead, they saw humans saving lives with technology and precision that no other species could match. Commander Thalric gritted his teeth, anger and awe mixing in his chest. They are too controlled, too precise, and they can save or destroy at will. How do we confront this? From his hidden observation point, Marcus watched carefully. They will learn, he said softly. The galaxy must understand what humans are capable of. Another mistake occurred. A smaller alien cruiser attempted to flank the human position, but became entangled in a magnetic storm. Engines failed, systems overloaded, and the crew panicked. Once again, human drones intervened. They stabilized the ship, repairing it almost instantly, and guided it safely back to fleet formation. The aliens could no longer deny the truth. Humans were not myths. Humans were real, and their power was unmatched. In the council chambers across the galaxy, news of these encounters spread like wildfire. Scholars debated, diplomats argued, and military leaders planned for contingencies. We cannot fight humans, one alien commander admitted. We cannot even predict their strategy. They are beyond our understanding. Yet despite their fear, some factions grew curious. If they exist, a young diplomat said, perhaps we can learn from them. Perhaps they can teach us, not only challenge us. Back in human space, Marcus prepared for the final demonstration of Part 1 of the challenge. A massive asteroid was drifting dangerously close to a colony world. Alien fleets could do nothing. The risk was too high. Human engineers mobilized. Ships emerged from stealth, forming a coordinated network around the asteroid. Using gravity manipulation, drones, and controlled energy pulses, humans redirected the asteroid away from the inhabited planet. Millions of lives were saved without a single casualty. Alien fleets watched silently, awe and fear mingling across every ship. This was not brute strength. This was intelligence, skill, and humanity at its finest. Commander Thalric finally spoke, voice heavy with realization. We were wrong, he admitted. All of us. Humans are real, and they are extraordinary. Marcus deactivated the display drones and returned to his scout ship. The first lesson is complete, he said. They know we exist. They know we are capable, and they will think twice before underestimating humanity again. In the weeks that followed, the galaxy buzzed with reports. Freighters told tales of invisible saviors. Warships recounted precision maneuvers they could not explain. Scholars began to document the humans, once myths, now undeniable reality. For humans, this was only the beginning. They had shown strength, strategy, and mercy. They had proven that they were more than legends. They were a species capable of surviving, thriving, and leading in a galaxy that had long underestimated them. And the galaxy, once full of doubt and laughter, began to change. Fear, respect, and curiosity replaced mockery. Every species that had dismissed humans began to rethink what they knew, what they feared, and what they might hope to learn. Marcus looked out at the stars from his hidden observation point. They think they understand us, he said. They are beginning to. But the full truth, the full scale of humanity, is still ahead. Somewhere in a distant council chamber, a young alien delegate whispered to her mentor. We laughed at humans. We said they were not real. And yet we see them now. We see what they can do. Her mentor nodded slowly. Yes, and we must prepare, not to fight, but to learn. Humans are real, and the galaxy will never be the same again. And so the first true challenge ended, not with war, but with revelation. The aliens had tested humanity. They had attempted intimidation, and yet humans had responded not with anger, but with intelligence, precision, and mercy. The galaxy had begun to see what humans were truly capable of, and the story was only beginning. The galaxy was in chaos. Everywhere the news spread. Humans were real. Humans were not myths. Humans were extraordinary. Ships, fleets, and scholars from hundreds of systems were talking about the same thing. Humans had appeared, and the galaxy had no answer to their power. For some species, the revelation caused fear. We dismissed them, one officer whispered in a council chamber. We thought humans were stories, and now they are here. They can save or destroy entire worlds. For others, curiosity and awe replaced skepticism. "We need to see for ourselves," a young diplomat said. "We must visit Earth, understand humans, and learn what they are capable of." Humanity, meanwhile, did not celebrate. Marcus Velen and his team had been watching the galaxy's reaction. Humans had proven themselves through skill, strategy, and mercy. They had shown the galaxy their strength, but the real proof was still ahead. On a distant planet near the edge of human-controlled space, a disaster had begun. A violent storm unlike any other had struck a mining colony. Torrential winds, magnetic storms, and collapsing structures threatened thousands of lives. Alien rescue fleets had tried to help, but the planet's conditions were far too extreme. Ships were damaged, crews were injured, and hope was fading. Marcus studied the reports. "Prepare the teams," he said. "We are going in. But this is not just rescue. This is proof of what humans can do." Human ships emerged from stealth, their designs sleek and precise, moving in perfect formation. Drones deployed to stabilize collapsing structures and repair damaged systems. Advanced shields protected human teams as they approached the planet's surface. Alien observers watched in silence. Their fleets hovered above the planet, unsure what to expect. Many were tense, fearing human aggression. But none came under attack. The humans landed on the surface. Engineers and rescuers moved quickly, coordinating with their advanced technology. They stabilized buildings, cleared dangerous debris, and guided trapped workers to safety. Entire sections of the colony were saved in minutes, where alien fleets had struggled for hours. Commander Thalric observed from his flagship, mouth open in disbelief. "They are saving lives. Faster than anyone else could," he muttered. "And they do it with control, intelligence, and precision." Meanwhile, Marcus and his team directed operations, but they also ensured that alien crews could witness humanity's capability. Every move, every action, every calculation was precise and visible. Humans were not only saving lives, they were proving their strength, intelligence, and efficiency to the galaxy. A young alien scientist, sent to observe the operation, landed near the humans. He had expected hostility, a display of brute force or at least intimidation. Instead, he found humans working calmly, helping others without a trace of arrogance. "They are different," the scientist whispered. "Stronger, yes, but not aggressive. Brilliant, precise, and merciful." "How is this possible?" Marcus noticed the scientist and stepped forward. "You are safe," he said. "We have no desire for unnecessary conflict. Humans exist to survive, to grow, and to protect when necessary. You are witnessing our way." The alien scientist nodded, eyes wide. I never believed the stories. I thought humans were myths, and yet here you are, doing what no other species could do." From orbit, the alien fleets watched as humans stabilized the planet's magnetic storms, redirected dangerous energy flows, and even repaired power grids damaged by the storm. What could have destroyed thousands was managed with control, speed, and ingenuity. Thalric finally spoke to his officers. "We were wrong," he admitted. "All of our calculations, all of our assumptions failed. Humans are unlike anything in the galaxy. Their technology, their intelligence, their courage, unmatched." The humans continued their work even as alien fleets approached. They did not attack. They did not threaten. They merely performed actions that no other species could accomplish. For every danger, humans found a solution. For every obstacle, they found a path. Once the storm subsided, humans helped evacuate the remaining miners and citizens. Entire colonies were saved. Alien leaders, once skeptical, now stared in disbelief. "We thought humans were myths," one diplomat said. "And yet, they have done what none of us could." After the operation, Marcus returned to his scout ship. He accessed long-range communications, sending reports to other human teams across the galaxy. The message was clear: humans exist. Humans are real, and humanity's proof was now undeniable. News spread faster than light. Hollow broadcasts, messages, and reports traveled to hundreds of systems. Aliens could no longer deny the existence of humans. The myths, the legends, and the dismissive laughter were replaced with awe, fear, and respect. Some alien species, still skeptical, sent representatives to Earth. They wanted to observe humans up close, to understand their biology, technology, and resilience. Marcus arranged meetings, allowing visitors to see humans in action. A delegation of alien scientists arrived on a human research station. They were greeted not with hostility but with courtesy. Humans demonstrated their technology, self-healing starships, adaptive armor, drones that repaired complex systems, and AI that could process millions of calculations in seconds. The alien delegation was stunned. This is beyond anything in our records, one said. Their technology, their intelligence, it is impossible. Marcus nodded calmly. We are real, he said. And humans are capable of surviving, thriving, and achieving what no other species can. You are witnessing proof of humanity. The aliens were not only impressed, they were humbled. Humans had survived worlds that would kill most species. They had built technology beyond imagination. They had acted with mercy, intelligence, and strategy when others would have chosen aggression. For the first time, the galaxy began to understand what it had dismissed for centuries. Humans were real. Humans were powerful. And humans were not only capable of survival, they were capable of leadership, strategy, and solutions that no other species could imagine. Back in the observation decks of human fleets, Marcus smiled. The galaxy is learning, he said. They are beginning to see humanity for what it is. But there is still more to prove. The full scale, the full reach, will come in time. In council chambers across multiple systems, alien delegates debated the new reality. We underestimated them, a young officer said. We laughed at the stories. And yet humans exist. They are not myths, they are extraordinary, others nodded. We must adjust. We must study them, learn from them, and perhaps respect them. On Earth, humans continued their work quietly. While the galaxy marveled, they focused on exploration, innovation, and preparation. They had proven their existence. They had shown their strength. And now the galaxy was beginning to recognize humanity as a force unlike any other. Marcus looked at the stars from the bridge of his scout ship. They see us now, he said softly. They know we exist, but they do not yet know the full extent of humanity. That will come, soon. And somewhere across the galaxy, a young alien pilot whispered to his companion, trembling with excitement and fear. We thought humans were stories, legends, myths, and yet they exist. They can save worlds, control fleets, and survive anywhere. How is this possible? His companion shook her head, eyes wide. I do not know. But we must learn. We must understand humans before it is too late. And so humanity's proof continued. The galaxy had seen their power, their intelligence, and their mercy. Myths had become reality. Legends had become truth. And the galaxy would never doubt humans again. The story was far from over. The next steps would reveal even greater truths. Humans were not just real. They were a force that could shape the future of the entire galaxy. The galaxy had changed. No corner of it could ignore humans anymore. Every species, from the smallest traders to the most powerful warlords, now knew the truth. Humans were real. Humans were not myths. Humans were a force unlike any other. Alien councils, once filled with laughter and disbelief, now buzzed with serious debate. Scholars pored over data, attempting to understand human biology, technology, and strategy. Fleet commanders adjusted their calculations, knowing humans could outmatch almost any force. Traders revised trade routes, ensuring safe passage through regions now influenced by humanity. Yet humans themselves did not boast. They did not celebrate fear or power. They continued their work quietly, exploring, protecting, and helping wherever they could. Their actions spoke louder than words. Humanity's proof was not just in their ships or weapons, but in their intelligence, mercy, and courage. On the edge of the galaxy, Marcus Velen watched a new fleet of alien ships approach human space. These ships carried diplomats, scientists, and envoys. They came not to fight, but to learn, to observe, and to seek alliances. Humanity had shown strength, and now the galaxy sought cooperation. Marcus smiled. They are ready to learn, he said. But they will also see. Humans are unlike any species they have known. The alien fleet arrived at a human station orbiting a resource-rich planet. For the first time, many alien delegates would see humans up close. They expected arrogance, pride, or even threat. What they found instead surprised them. Humans greeted them calmly. Scientists shared knowledge, showing adaptive starships, advanced AI systems, and self-healing technologies. Engineers demonstrated how humans survived extreme environments and repaired massive disasters that would have destroyed entire alien colonies. Humans spoke of exploration, curiosity, and protection, not war. One young alien diplomat who had once laughed at the idea of humans could hardly believe what he was seeing. I thought humans were myths, he whispered to his companion. I never imagined they could do all this. Marcus approached. Humans are real, he said simply. We exist. We survive. And we help when we can. But we are not weak. Respect, understanding, and strength are the ways of humanity. The alien diplomat nodded slowly, awe and humility in his eyes. You are more than we imagined. Truly extraordinary. Elsewhere in the galaxy, fleets and colonies witnessed humans in action. A rogue asteroid threatened a remote mining world. Alien fleets hesitated, unsure how to respond. Human ships arrived, stabilizing the asteroid with gravity manipulation and energy fields. Lives were saved. No casualties, no panic, only calm, intelligent action. Scholars documented every moment. Commanders calculated every maneuver. Humans were proving themselves not as myths, not as stories, but as a species capable of survival, leadership, and innovation far beyond any other. Even warlords, who had once mocked the idea of humans, began to respect them. Many approached human outposts seeking alliances. Humans negotiated not from fear, but from fairness and reason. They shared technology and knowledge selectively, teaching only what was needed, and ensuring the galaxy understood their strength without fear or aggression. Commander Thalric, now in consultation with multiple alien fleets, admitted his own disbelief. We thought humans were stories, he said. We thought they did not exist. And yet they are real, stronger, wiser, and more capable than anything we imagined. The galaxy must learn from them, not fight them. Meanwhile, Marcus prepared humans for the next stage, full visibility across the galaxy. Humanity had been hidden for centuries, surviving quietly while civilizations expanded. Now the galaxy would see humans openly, on planets, in space, and in diplomacy. Humans would no longer be myths. They would be recognized as a species of intelligence, skill, and resilience. The first stage of this revelation took place in the Galactic Council itself. Humans sent representatives, scientists, diplomats, and explorers. They did not arrive with fleets to intimidate. They arrived with knowledge, proof, and diplomacy. Every species present watched as humans spoke, calmly, confidently, and with clear intelligence. You have doubted us for centuries, Marcus said during the council address. You have laughed at the idea of our existence. And yet here we are. Humans are real. We survive where others fail. We thrive where others struggle. And we lead where others hesitate. This is our proof, not in words, but in actions. The chamber was silent. No alien dared interrupt. Every delegate realized the truth. Humanity was extraordinary. Myths had become reality. Legends had stepped forward. Outside the council chamber, alien species began to change. Fleets no longer moved with arrogance or overconfidence. Trade routes were adjusted, knowing humans could protect or disrupt them. Scholars studied human technology. Young aliens dreamed of exploration, inspired by humans who had survived worlds thought uninhabitable. On Earth, humans continued their work, quietly and efficiently. They expanded exploration, stabilized dangerous systems, and assisted alien species wherever needed. Humanity had proven its existence. Humanity had shown its strength. And now the galaxy was ready to accept humans not as myths, but as leaders, innovators, and protectors. In a distant system, a young alien pilot reflected on the months of change. We laughed at humans, he whispered. We said they were stories. We said they did not exist, and yet they are here. They are real. They are extraordinary. The galaxy has changed because of them. His companion nodded. Yes, and we must learn. Respect, observe, and cooperate. Humans are not just powerful, they are humanity itself. Back in orbit of Earth, Marcus looked at the stars. The galaxy knows now, he said quietly. They know humans are real. They know humans are capable. And in time, they will understand fully. But for now, they respect what they have seen. The myth is gone. Humanity is here. The first fleets of alien allies arrived at Earth. Scientists exchanged knowledge with humans. Diplomats shared plans for cooperation and exploration. Traders negotiated access to new technologies. Humans had turned disbelief into respect, mockery into admiration, and myth into reality. The galaxy would never forget this moment. Humanity, once thought to be a story, had proven itself beyond question. Humans were alive. Humans were powerful. Humans were extraordinary. And in this new era, the galaxy changed forever. Fear of the unknown gave way to admiration. Doubt gave way to respect. And humans, quiet but confident, took their place not just among the stars but at the center of the galaxy's story. Marcus smiled, looking out at the stars from his bridge. "The galaxy was wrong," he said softly. "They said humans weren't real. They said we were myths, and now they know the truth. We are real. We are humanity, and we will never be forgotten." As the first alien ships departed Earth carrying knowledge, respect, and new alliances, the galaxy buzzed with a single thought. Humans exist. Humans are extraordinary, and the age of myths was over. The legend had become reality, the story had become proof, and the galaxy would never doubt humans again.